and they had no idea any of this shit was going to happen in QA testing. That's an outright lie. That's just an outright lie, and if you don't agree with me, I am sorry. I am apologizing to you because your brain does not work. What's up, YouTube? Lysergic here, and I have a little something to say today about Ubisoft's recent apology. I'm a little late on this one, but given the shit we've been going through in gaming as an industry as a whole, I think it's still very relevant to the quality and content of the games we've been getting as of very recently. To be quite honest, there's been a lot of backlash, and it's not hard to see why. So I'm going to start off by showing their whole apology thing on the screen. You can pause to read it if you want. And I'll also be talking about, you know, my experience with the few Ubisoft games that I've been playing and the other games that I've been playing that have been recently released that kind of fit this description of kind of garbage release quality and day one patches and on-disc DLC and all that other bullcrap. So I'm going to try to keep it kind of short and sweet, and Just to begin, I'm going to give a quick synopsis of the experience, very quick synopsis of the experience I had with Far Cry 4 when I first got it. When I first got the game, I was very impressed with what I first saw. The graphics, as you can see, are beautiful. This whole video is going to be over some gameplay of me taking out outposts, and I was very impressed with the graphics. I was very impressed with the wildlife and everything, but the game was plagued by stuttering, some very terrible stuttering that at first, until the patch that just came out a couple days ago, there was nothing you could do about it. You could not stop it from stuttering. And that is only one problem. It didn't have really any microtransactions. There wasn't much day one DLC. There was a couple bullshit pre-order bonuses, which I am not happy about because I don't really buy into that whole pre-order bonus philosophy. But other than that, there was only the stuttering was the only like game ruining problem for me. But that's still, how can they play the game on PC in the developer's booth or whatever you want to call it, in the in their office? How can they play the game on PC, see this ridiculous stuttering that there's no way to get rid of? The game stutters no matter what you do. As soon as you hop in a car and start driving, the game is stuttering. There was no stopping it. They fixed it with a patch, but why was the game released in that state? Why could I not drive the car without having frame drops on a system with a 4.5 gigahertz 4790K processor and 2 GTX 980s? What the fuck? Why is my game stuttering? That is not acceptable. Okay, so let's with that said, let's go take out this outpost, and I'm gonna start reading the apology letter. I'm gonna sum it up real quick that Ubisoft had for us. So please stick around for this whole video, guys. I think it's going to be an interesting kind of take on the state of the industry right now and what kind of games we're getting, and I think you guys will enjoy watching it. A few of the things I'm going to say are taken from and inspired by a Joystick article that I will be linking in the description also. So that's an awesome read. You should definitely be checking out that Joystick article if you're into this kind of thing and the bullshit game politics that we've been dealing with in the second half of 2014. So thanks for watching in advance, guys, and here we go. So let's start with this letter. I'm going to pick it apart a little bit. The launch of Assassin's Creed Unity was a highly anticipated moment for me and our development teams around the world who dedicated a tremendous amount of energy, passion, and skill to the game's creation. For us, it was the culmination of years of work on new technologies, the development of multiple innovations, you heard me, multiple innovations, including an all-new game engine and an evolution of Assassin's Creed franchise's core pillars. Wait a second. Okay, so you guys were excited to release the game. That's great. I would hope that because you're excited to release the game, you were expecting it to be good, and you're claiming that you've innovated and evolved Assassin's Creed franchise's core pillars. That's nice, because they did change the pace up a little bit in Assassin's Creed Unity, but why didn't that apply to Far Cry? Why didn't you guys transfer that design philosophy? Last time I checked, in Far Cry 4, just like in Black Flag, and just like in Watch Dogs as well, and apparently the crew, which I haven't played yet because I'm scared, you still unlock parts of the map by radio towers. Why can't we find out a better way to do things? I understand that the Far Cry formula of crafting things out of pouches, crafting animals into pouches is fun, but can we at least try something new? Anything? Just to change up the formula a little bit so it's not like we're playing the same game just reskinned. And it really blows my mind how they could have changed Assassin's Creed Unity so much, which they did, but they bit off more than they could chew, but left Far Cry 4 to be almost a total reskin of Far Cry 3. A good one, a very, very good reskin. They disguised it very well, but that's exactly what it is. It's a goddamn reskin. It doesn't mean that I'm not having fun with it, but it's still a reskin, and you're not going to change that. Do these studios not communicate with each other at all? Like, what the fuck? Hey, Assassin's Creed Unity team, we were thinking about keeping the Far Cry formula for the Far Cry game and just kind of, you know, putting it in the Himalayas. Doesn't that sound great? I don't think so, Far Cry team. Here at Assassin's Creed Unity, we actually decided to add a whole bunch of new content in the game that isn't reminiscent of anything that's been in the last 4 games. What do you think of that? Maybe we should try that a little bit. Okay, so we've established that the guys at Assassin's Creed actually had the foresight to change it up a little bit. At least I can agree with the first 2 sentences of their apology. So next they say, unfortunately at launch, the overall quality of the game was diminished by bugs and unexpected technical issues. No shit. Unexpected? You've got to be fucking kidding me. This is a multi-million-dollar company, and they had no idea any of this shit was going to happen in QA testing. That's an outright lie. That's just an outright lie, and if you don't agree with me, I am sorry. I am apologizing to you because your brain does not work. Moving on. These problems took away from your enjoyment of the game. No shit. And kept many of you from experiencing the game at its fullest potential. No shit. We've been working hard to fix the problems players are reporting, and the patches we have released so far have resolved many of them. Okay. They have resolved some of them. Today we're releasing our 3rd patch, which fixes a variety of specific issues related to the game's stability and performance, matchmaking, and blah 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 blah. That's cool. Patch notes. You can go read that. Oh, this is the good part. To show our appreciation for your continued support, we're making the upcoming Assassin's Creed Unity Dead Kings DLC free for everyone. For Season Pass holders, we will also offer the choice of 1 additional game from a selection of Ubisoft titles for free. More details on the offer for Season Pass holders can be found here. AC Unity FAQ. Okay, so I'm just going to stop the whole thing there. This part pisses me off more than anything. I'm a gamer. I like to buy video games, play them, and talk to people about them. For their apology, Ubisoft is offering me 1 DLC. I paid for the Season Pass, I get the first DLC, and apparently the only DLC that they even had fucking planned for free. That's nice. But since I wasted all my money on the Season Pass, I get a Ubisoft game. What are those Ubisoft games? Okay, so I already bought Assassin's Creed Unity, so that's out. I already bought Far Cry 4, so that's out. Could have had that for free. I already got The Crew for free because I bought a GTX 980 and they gave me a free code for that game. Okay, so what else is there? Just Dance 2015 and Rayman, or Black Flag, which I already bought and completed a year ago. What the fuck, Ubisoft? This is an obvious bullshit cop-out because anybody who's even remotely faithful to this company probably already owns all those games. They only did this so they could say, well, we gave you guys a free game and a DLC, what more can you want for us? We apologized. Unfortunately, that's exactly what this is. One big PR stunt so that they can save face, so their marketing team can look good, make everything, you know, all better now, so they can set you up for the next big Ubisoft game next year. By that time, everyone will have forgotten about it, right? Right? Alright. So I feel like I've successfully gotten that one off my chest and communicated my point that this is one big bullshit cop-out apology. Let's move on. Oh wait, before we move on, shout out to Total Biscuit. They were nice enough to add a field of view slider, but it's just a nondescript bar with no numbers. It could be 120, it could be 65. Once again, what the fuck, Ubisoft? So I'd like to bring this all around by creating a short list to maybe put this in perspective of the games that have launched at a completely unplayable state or with one or more totally game-breaking, enjoyable ruining, immersion-destroying bugs. We've had Battlefield 4, which was unplayable due to server issues at launch. The Master Chief Collection, which was completely unplayable multiplayer, which is what Halo is about, due to server issues at launch. We've had Assassin's Creed Unity, which had a number of bugs and was overall just a game that was made like complete shit and was done as a business ploy by Ubisoft to make the most money and rushed out the door. We've had SimCity, which had DRM that made the game completely ridiculous and online only at launch. What is the pattern we are seeing here, guys? Games are coming out and they are completely unplayable. We have the Day Zero patch where you buy your new game and guess what? The game you bought is not even done yet. When the developers made the game go gold and they decided let's make all the copies of the games, make all the physical discs that we're going to send to the stores, the game was not done. By the time they realized that the game was going to come out in a couple weeks, they said, oh shit, we have to throw together a patch to make sure that people can actually play the goddamn game. 5 years ago, this wasn't even possible. Well, maybe not 5 years, but whatever. A few years ago, a few very short years ago, that was not even possible. Developers had to finish games before they released them. Then, when you get the game, as I've listed with all these games that most of which have had huge day one patches, you get the game, you buy it, you download the huge day one patch, and the game's still broken. It's still got unplayable glitches. Far Cry 4, the developers must have playtested this game. Somebody, lots of somebodies who made this game, played the game, probably on a PC, definitely saw that every time you got in a vehicle, which is kind of a big part of this game, Far Cry, definitely have gotten in a vehicle before, drove it down the road and realized, oh shit, the game has ridiculous stuttering and hitching problems that you just can't fix. There's nothing you can do about it, no matter how powerful your rig is. Oh, and in case you forgot, since you probably pre-ordered this game, you might have already paid even more money than the game is worth for the season pass for a broken game that you trusted these developers to deliver to you a enjoyable gameplay experience. So you pay even more money because you're thinking that they're going to deliver some even better content in the future when you don't even know if the game is playable in the first place. It is way more important for these developers to ship on time and to keep pumping out those sequels than to actually give you a game that's good, actually give you a game that's playable. And the saddest part, the most depressing part about this whole thing is that this has, in a very short time, this has become the norm. This is what we're getting used to. Day one patches, online, always online, DRM. Unfinished games just out the gate. Like, why is this normal? Why are we accepting this? This is not fair. I'm trying as hard as possible to be mostly realistic here. Gaming is a hobby that is many people's favorite thing to do. So many people come home at the end of the day and cannot wait to play video games. In a perfect world, the developers would be like friends. I know that's a lot to ask, but just humor me for a second. In a perfect world, a developer, a publisher would be like a good friend. Why is it so much to ask that these developers and publishers should want to deliver us a good gameplay experience and then make money? I understand that the money is the most important thing and that's never going to change. But if these guys are really passionate about their work, if they are not just some miserable person who hates going to work every day, they should at least want to deliver us a good game that we're going to enjoy playing. That's why I say that they should be like our friends. Hey man, we think that we made this really cool game and we worked really hard on it and we leveraged the newest technologies to make it really fun to play on your badass new console or badass new computer, and we'd like to show it to you. This is Far Cry 4. I hope you enjoy it. I tried really hard to make it a great game. That's all. That's all I want. And maybe numbers in the field of view slider. That's all I'm asking, man. So that's about it. Before I go, I'm going to mention one thing that makes me happy. The Witcher 3. CD Projekt Red is a comparatively small video game developer, and they are most well known for a series called The Witcher. And The Witcher 3 has been long anticipated for a very long time, and it was supposed to come out in, I believe, February of this year, And CD Projekt Red said, you know what, the game is not ready yet, we don't want to deliver a subpar experience. So they delayed it a little bit, and you know what, everyone is happy they delayed it because they want the game to come out and they want it to work. They don't want it to be broken. What a fucking concept. What a fucking concept. Like, really, guys. So that's what a good developer looks like. That's what somebody who wants to deliver a good gameplay experience and wants their consumers to enjoy that good gameplay experience, that's what that looks like. Oh yeah, did I mention that CD Projekt Red is going to make all the DLC for The Witcher 3 free? And they didn't have to fuck up a game and apologize to make the DLC free? So I'm going to say, once again, for the last time, what the fuck, Ubisoft. Thanks for watching, guys. This has been Lysergic, and I don't know what to say at the end of this one, man. If you liked my video, please like it. If you disliked it, go ahead and dislike it. And please like and subscribe so you guys can see when I upload new videos about Star Citizen, Far Cry 4, Assassin's Creed Unity, and all kinds of other good games that I have lined up for the near future. I've actually got a couple good ones coming up real soon. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Thanks for watching. This has been Lysergic, signing out.